It's no secret the Sunshine Coast is a foodie's paradise. It's got chef-hatted restaurants, a bounty of extraordinary seafood, acres of farmland, and the region has long embraced the paddock to plate philosophy. But the newest trend on the menu is a little bit on the wild side. Wild foraging is much more than a buzzword on the coast's culinary scene. In fact, it's one of the most ancient methods of collecting food, and something that Chef Nick Blake is more than passionate about.
That's some really good sea lettuce, sir.
Look
Just
at
pick
that.
them down the rocks down there. It's quite common all throughout this area. High in vitamins too, so A, B, C, D, B12.
My goodness.
And obviously high in fibre.
Nick runs Wild Forage Australia, picking and supplying wild and unique ingredients to a handful of restaurants in the southeast.
You know, I think of it as the taste or the aroma of the ocean, you know, almost like a sea breeze type
that's a lovely turn of phrase.
Yeah. I suppose I started foraging because I wanted to be inspired by something that was local, to give food some sort of significance.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's missing in a lot of places is people go and pay for a meal, but does it engage the customer to think a little bit more about what they're eating and where they're eating that particular meal? There's nothing better than coming out as a chef from a busy kitchen and coming out to a quiet landscape and feeling that energy and being able to pick and inspire other people. Isn't that what it's about?
I get it, I love it. Take me shopping. The beaches of the Sunshine Coast provide an abundance of wild food. Hot English mustard.
Hot English mustard.
Oh, man. And Nick knows exactly what to look for and where to find it.
So the infamous sea parsley.
Oh, yes.
We can do a little David Attenborough thing. Try this little piece here. It's a lot more refined, a lot more softer on the palate.
Instant salt and then
how good is that?
herbaceous.
And you would never know it.
Can I get parsley in my teeth?
Yeah. Oh no, you're good.
Nick trained at Noma in Sydney, which some claim to be the best restaurant in the world. But he also has an environmental science background.
So I got a little patch here of warrigal greens, a real common one. So warrigal actually means wild greens. It's high in that malic acid or bitterness flavour. You normally blanch it for like 5 minutes and then use it. It's actually high in vitamin K. Vitamin K.
I think I need that.
Yeah, it's also called Cook's cabbage because Captain Cook gave it to the sailors on the Endeavour to warn off scurvy.
Yeah, you know your stuff. Nick follows sustainable and ethical foraging methods and only takes what he needs. I love your office. I mean, I can feel a lovely fresh sea breeze. There's a lady down there meditating. There's a couple of surfers just walking up there.
It's funny, you know, the chefs kind of get it, but other people that walk past service like, well, what are you doing? You must be quite hungry, mate. And you get some funny looks. But I like to engage people and say, hey, have you seen this before? And people are like, oh, wow, that's really interesting. Can you clip me a few? I'll put it in my quiche for breakfast. I'm like, yeah, sure.
The wild greens, herbs and seaweeds are delivered weekly to restaurants through Graham from Suncoast Fresh.
Seeds, yeah, really well.
2017, you're out foraging in the wild and you're distributing this produce to some of the finest chefs in the land. How's the feedback been?
Feedback's been really, really good. This is like the catwalk. This is like the top-end fashion in food. We're getting recognised from all over the world. I get phone calls from America and Europe going, you guys are groundbreaking. What you're doing is fantastic. You know, we've got this cutting-edge product that's right under our feet. Chefs are wanting to get right back to the source, where things are coming from, and as local and as sustainable as possible. It ticks every box that's cool.
Nick believes the foraged ingredients help to give a meal context and tell a story, and his own signature dish can be found on the menu at local Alex Head's restaurant, Black Bunny Kitchen.
I suppose everyone plates it one-dimensionally. We wanted to showcase the different textures of the foraged ingredients, so I suppose putting it up on a rock is our way of sort of lifting them up and celebrating them as chefs, something we're proud about. A little bit of lemon myrtle oil, just to lift that citrusy taste a bit. There you go. A cured swordfish, inspired by our local landscape. There you have it.
Sorry, that's really special. I'm really at pains to say, whilst it appears complicated, really you've just...
Very simple.
You just caught this moment in time, put it in the plate.
Awesome.
On the rock.
I like that.
To find out how Nick got this masterpiece together, jump onto our Facebook page where you'll have the exclusive video of the recipe. To connect with Nick and find out more about his passion, jump onto his Wild Forage website. I've learned stuff today. young Nick fellow is an inspiring young man, and he's created a dish here with such texture and colour and nuance that it appears complex, but it's not really at heart. It's really an expression of where we are, the Sunshine Coast. Love it.